I've seen lots of scary things recently on snakes in the toilet. A personnel of Nigerian Air Force, identified as Bessie Oga, a lance corporal, has lost her life after she was bitten by a snake in her apartment in Nigerian Air Force Base at Bill Clinton Drive, Abuja. Hi guys, you're watching Chiki series. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. I quite appreciate that. It's good to have you around again. And if you are new to this channel, thank you for clicking on this video. Make yourself comfortable as we get right into this video. Also hit that red subscribe button and turn your notification bell on. That way you get our latest updates. So there are lots of strange things that are happening these days. Snakes in the toilet. I know sometimes you see snakes in your compound. Having snakes in your WC can be very scary though, and some people might be very scared to use the toilet. Some things like that can happen when you have cracks in the pipes, in the sockaway, cracks underground. Snakes might find their way into the WC, but the frequency is becoming much. It was gathered that Bessie, who was attached to intelligence operations at Defense Intelligence Agency, lived in the quarters, who was bitten by a snake in her apartment. She went to use the toilet and an unfortunate incident happened. Bessie, after the snake bite, took her child and her cousin sister to her neighbor before she drove to NAF hospital for treatment, according to one of the officers. Another officer also said that the deceased officer and her neighbors felt it was a water reserve tank located at the back of the block that is harboring the snakes, therefore have easy access into the toilet of the lady. On the 9th of November 2021, the block was fumigated by Nigerian Air Force, but because she was not around, her room was not fumigated. Since the fumigation was done recently, the snake must have entered the chamber and was looking for an escape route, according to one of the eyewitnesses. So the officer called on the authorities of Nigerian Air Force to fumigate all offices and living quarters in the base, as well as encourage the need to conduct lectures on safety techniques, on managing snake bites and other wildlife. It is quite unfortunate, and some people believe that she must have been killed allegedly and they decided to use the snake to support whatever they've done. But personally, I believe that this is an accident. It can happen to anybody. Probably the chemical used for the fumigation was not strong enough to kill the snake wherever it was hidden or to suffocate it in any hole where it was. In as much as she wasn't in her room as at the time the fumigation was done, the fumes in the chemical used for the fumigation would have been a bit strong to suffocate the snake. There are so many natural things that one can also do to repel snakes. There are some chemicals that they sell, they call snake repellents. The truth is that it is not only enough to fumigate the houses, it's also recommended to fumigate the bushes around the houses. If you only fumigate the houses, then what about the bushes? Some of these snakes, they live in cracks, damp places. It's always necessary when you fumigate your house, you also fumigate the environs. If you don't want to see snakes around your house, eliminate food particles in your house so that you don't have rodents around like rats, squirrel, rabbits, and other animals like frogs, birds, insects, and even fish. So if you have any problem with snakes, in that case, you get rid of rodents. That's one of their primary food sources. They always move in search of their food. Also, eliminate hiding places, all the dark, damp areas in your house, close up cracks, crevices, holes. Eliminate these hiding places that can help the snakes to hide in your place. Then you can also find snakes in wood piles and compost heaps. You make sure once in a while you fumigate the area, or you store the wood in a lockable wood boxes. Try to get rid of pile of wood, straws, leaves that might serve as a hiding place for the snake. There are some flowers that repel snakes. At least I know that lemongrass does it. I don't know of another one, but if you ask horticulturists, they'll be able to tell you some of the flowers, some of the plants that repel snakes. So you look for those kind of plants you put in your garden. You have naphthalene. It's a common ingredient found in commercial snake repellents. There are snake repellents products that you can buy off the shelf, but this naphthalene, if you can get it, the smell of naphthalene irritates snakes without harming them. You can find a way to put it in cracks and crevices around your house and around your property where snakes may be a problem. You have sulfur. Powder sulfur is also a great option to repel snakes. You can pour powder sulfur around your home, around your property, and once snakes litter across it, it irritates their skin and they won't return, but you need to wear masks when applying that. There's also clove and cinnamon oil. They are very effective snake repellent and they're natural products. You can mix 2 of them together in a spray bottle and spray directly on snakes for maximum effect. And the mixture can even be used as a diffuser indoors, as a fumigant as well. Then you have garlic and onion. The sulfonic acid in garlic and onion, which is the same chemical that makes you cry when you cut your onions, can repel snakes. And when you mix these 2 with rock salt and sprinkle them around their home, they can be very effective in repelling snakes. You can also infuse garlic into any essential oil and fumigate your rafters, your basements, and other hard to reach areas. Then ammonia, the strong smell of ammonia scares the snakes. It pulls the snakes away. Then vinegar is also effective at repelling snakes near bodies of water, including swimming pool. You pour white vinegar around the perimeters of any body of water for a natural snake repellent. You have lime. You can create a mixture of snake repellent, lime and hot pepper or peppermint, and pour it around the perimeter of your home or property. Snakes don't like the smell of the mixture and the fumes as they itch the skin. So I believe if you can't pay for a professional fumigating company to do that, then you can use all these natural products to do it yourself. Then people who are living in the quarters, sometimes they fumigate the houses. They need to fumigate the environment. I know Naval Air Force Base, they have compounds, so I hope they also fumigated the compound, not necessarily the houses. These rodents, reptiles, they come from the bushes, they enter the houses through the cracks and crevices, so you try and cover up the cracks in your homes. Yeah, while blocking the crevices and holes can reduce it, there are some cases where they pass through the doors or through the torn mosquito net on the windows. Thereby, even when you block the crevices and the holes, it might still find its way into the house through the door or through the window when there are no mosquito nets. Try also to put all these natural snake repellents. There's even something wrong with the foundation they make these days. Sometimes I feel because the foundation is not strong, all these reptiles, they creep in. It's easy for them to burrow a hole on the ground and find their way into the homes. I think the builders will also consider it worthwhile to do strong foundation. I don't know the level where this lady is staying, the level of the floor, whether it's first floor or second floor. Another thing builders have to consider is when they're making foundation, they need to use pure concrete to do the foundation so that the foundation will not be very soft for the reptiles to burrow through or creep in. I think foundations need to be reinforced. It has to be strong so that all these reptiles will not find their way into the house, disturbing people. Like I said, I've had lots of stories, I've read lots of articles, blogs talking about snake in the toilet. I think there's another one, whether in Ondo or Oyo in southwestern part of Nigeria. It's very dangerous, most especially when people don't know the first aid to give before going to hospital. The lady did not treat herself before going to hospital, and as luck we have it, she lost her life, which is very sad. Then the pipes, also strong pipes that will also not allow these reptiles to find their ways into the homes. This is not the first time I'm seeing this. I've seen a couple of videos like this online and it's very scaring to you. So guys, let me know what you think. May God rest her soul. I'm gonna sign off here. Stay healthy and safe. Remember to share this video with family and friends if you love it, and subscribe to the channel if you've not done already. And I'm gonna catch you guys in my next video. Bye and remain blessed.